Welcome to First Aid Airgun. I'm your host Lou, and today we're talking about, well, what kind of airgun should I buy? This is for you new airgunners out there. Maybe this will help you make a decision so you don't waste your money and have a disappointing time as well. So without further ado, let's get this party started. We're going to start down here at the bottom, and by the bottom I don't mean lack of fun or quality. This is just cheap operation. This is a CO2 BB pistol made by Umarex, the XGB. You would insert a CO2, pierce it, insert your stick magazine, and then have some fun. These are great for about 20 to 30 feet. Great for shooting cans, paper, muscle memory. You can shoot them indoors or out as far as loudness, but be careful because it is BB only. You can get a ricochet, so definitely wear your safety glasses no matter what there. We don't want to lose an eye. But now CO2 pistols come in a whole variety of styles, all the way up to fully automatic machine guns. Some shoot only pellets, some shoot both, some shoot just BBs such as this. But this is a great entry level CO2 little pistol air gun. If you just want to have some fun, shoot some tin cans in the backyard, not get in too much trouble with a wife, because it's really cheap. It's 25, 30 bucks. CO2s you can buy at Walmart, Dick's, just about everywhere. Readily available, not too expensive. And BBs are very cheap to shoot as well. So if you're looking just to spend $50 and under, something like that would really be a good option for you. Next category we got here are pumpers. These are great as well for plinking indoors or out. This one also shoots BBs or pellets. This one in particular has a 5-shot magazine. This is the Crosman MK177. This one has been discontinued, unfortunately, but it is a really neat little gun. You pump it up 3 to 10 times, pull the trigger, and have some fun. It does have a reservoir for BBs, but I have never shot any BBs here out of it because it has a rifled barrel, and I just use the magazine filled with pellets. I usually shoot the Crosman Destroyers out of this. This is very similar to the Daisy 880, Crosman 760 Pumpmaster, which I believe the internals are pretty much the same. Crosman Legacy 1000. Now the Crosman 362 is a pumper, but that's a 22 caliber, and you're starting to get into more of a hunting category with a Crosman 362. Not to say that you can't hunt with this. I wouldn't have a problem shooting house sparrows or something like that with this gun. But I don't trust myself to take out a squirrel perfectly with it. With a really good place shot at 6, 7, 8 foot-pounds, you might be able to do it at close range. I don't do it, not with this particular one. Now, a 362, 22 caliber, it has enough oomph that I wouldn't have a problem shooting with it. And that is also a pumper. You could use these for plinking, cans, paper, indoors, out. Loudness level is very low. So you can have a lot of fun with these, and these are usually under $100 as well. So a great entry level to an air gun experience. Alright, up next, we're going up in power here, and this is what's actually going to make you a better marksman, guaranteed full stop, is shooting a break barrel. Now there's different types. This one you break the barrel, bring it down, cock it one time. Of course, once you open it up, you can load a single shot and fire. Now they also have under levers, which has a lever under here, which you would cock it, and I've also seen a side lever as well. Nowadays, though, they have invented multi-shot magazines. And in my opinion, break barrels are kind of where it's at, man. If you want to learn to be a really good marksman, you want to go small game hunting, squirrels, birds, maybe rabbits, stuff like that, at shorter ranges inside of 50 yards, you can't beat this. This is a cheap way to get hunting and shooting and learn great marksmanship, because what you have is an artillery hold where you kind of hold the gun but don't grip it tight. Some air guns do like to be gripped tight, but most break barrels don't. You kind of let it float there, let it do its own thing. It's going to move a lot. They have a vicious recoil. You can have a scope on a 50 caliber BMG shooting all day. You put that scope on a break barrel, it'll kill it inside of a week. That's just the bottom line. It's the way it works. It's that aggressive forward, backward recoil. Now, if you notice some of this stuff behind me here, the explosions and all that, that's Firebird targets. I have a link in the description below for a code. If you use FSA15, you can get 15% off your purchase of Firebird targets. You can shoot them with a break barrel. They explode no problem. 177 caliber will do the trick as well. Just got to get around that 800 feet per second mark, and they'll go off. So, also I want to say, if you're in a survival situation, not home defense, completely different subject. Survival situation. This is probably the way to go. It's barely any mechanical moving parts, reliable, light for the most part, a little bit of weight. This one weighs about 7 or 8 pounds. So, but you don't need outside fill sources. You are the fill source, and you have a quicker follow-up shot, especially if you have the repeater, which is breaking the barrel and going back instead of a pumper. Because I know some pumpers have the equivalent of these power levels. So these go anywhere 177, 22 caliber, up to 30 caliber. You're getting right around, this one I think is about 15, 16 foot-pounds. It's 177. 22 caliber, you're starting to get in that 20 to 25 foot-pound range. And 30 caliber, well, actually with 22 caliber magnums, you're in the 30 foot-pounds. But with a 30 caliber, I believe you're in the high 30s, low 40s for foot-pounds of energy. Don't quote me on that. I don't own a 30 caliber break barrel, but I can tell you what I do own, and those are rough estimates on what the power levels are. So, break barrels, great for survival, great all-around gun, make you a great marksman. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, now we are entering the dark side of things. And what I mean by that is these PCP guns, you fill a tank onboard source here, and you get multiple shots. It's under high pressure, 3,000 up to 4,500. Some are a little below 3,000, but right around that area. Easy to operate, super accurate, barely any recoil until you get to the higher calibers like 35, 40, 50 caliber, 72 caliber. Super accurate. This is the Umarex Notos lightweight compact carbine. It is a pistol rifle carbine kit. There's tons of options for PCPs. This is on the low end. Power levels go from, sub 12 all the way up to 700 foot-pounds of muzzle energy for hunting big game. Only problem with PCPs is you have to have an outside fill source, which would be a scuba tank, a compressor, or a hand pump. So you do need to invest in another outside air source, and you have to take that with you. That's the downside of these guys. And they will suck you in. They will make you neglect your other air guns, like pumpers and break barrels. And you're going to forget, how you need to go back to them and learn the basics again, because you get so used to shooting these guns that are laser accurate. 50, 100 yards is nothing for these guns. You can get in this game for around $200 for a gun, compressor, another $200 for a compressor or a hand pump. Scuba tank would be a little more, but you can get in this game for around $500 initial investment on the low end. That's the low end, folks. And that's not cheap. Don't get me wrong. $500 ain't cheap for a hobby, but it will suck you in. And like I said, you just got to be a little careful, because sometimes you got to go back to basics, because these things are so much fun. So let me just show you one more of the PCP. This is the 22 caliber Notos. This is about 20 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. Nothing too scary. And so I heard someone out there in YouTube land say, Lou, did you say you can hunt big game in North America? Yes. This is the AEA Challenger Bullpup 50 caliber. You can hunt any large game in North America. I believe it is around 450 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. Same thing. This is a 4,500 fill, big tank. We use a compressor. And that's about it. Just to show you some of the options for guns. Now this one's a bit pricey. This one's about $800. So this isn't usually something that I review. I like to keep my stuff around $500. So, like I said, that's what I got for you today. hopefully that answers some questions for you guys and getting into this for the first time. If you have any questions, definitely leave a comment. And if you don't mind, give a thumbs up. Swing by firstaidairgun.com, see what we got. Everybody stay safe, and I'll catch you all next time.